I didn't notice anything wrong at first. And that's the part that still bothers me. Because if something is truly dangerous, you expect it to announce itself. This didn't. I was 27, working at a regional logistics company. Nothing dramatic, fluorescent lighting, neutral carpet, open floor plan. The kind of place where time stretches, where every day looks like the last one, just slightly rearranged. Our office was divided into teams of 8. Shared printers, shared coffee machine, assigned desks. Assigned desks mattered. Everyone knew where they sat, and when someone didn't show up, you noticed. His name was Evan. He sat 2 desks away from me, late 20s, always on time, always polite. The type of person you describe as solid. He never took sick days, never worked from home, never left early. One Monday morning, his desk was empty. Computer off, chair pushed in, personal items gone. Someone asked if Evan had transferred. No one knew. HR didn't say anything. By Wednesday, we stopped asking. Offices move on quickly. The first strange thing happened the following week. I came in early, earlier than usual. Evan's desk was occupied. Not by Evan, by someone else. Same chair, same monitor, same setup. A woman, mid-30s maybe, hair pulled back, focused. I assumed she was new. HR had hired someone quietly. It happens. But she was sitting at Evan's desk. Not the extra one, not a temporary spot, his desk. I waited for introductions. None came. She didn't talk, didn't ask questions, didn't need help. She just worked. At lunch, I asked our supervisor if we had a new hire. He looked confused, said no. When I pointed toward the desk, he frowned. "There's no one there," he said. I laughed, thought he was joking. He wasn't. I turned back. The desk was empty. Chair pushed in, computer off. No one reacted. No one noticed. The next day, she was back. Same desk, same posture, same silence. This time, I watched carefully. People walked past her, didn't acknowledge her, didn't avoid her, just passed through the space like she wasn't there. She noticed me watching, looked up, smiled. It was subtle, but deliberate. That afternoon, an email went out, office-wide. It said Evan's desk would no longer be in use. No explanation, no replacement listed. The next morning, the desk was gone, removed, like it had never been there. But she was still sitting in the same spot, typing, floating in empty space. That's when I stopped feeling curious and started feeling watched. I changed desks the following week, moved farther away, closer to the windows. She didn't move, but sometimes when I arrived early, I'd find my chair adjusted, monitor angled slightly, keyboard warm. HR told me no one else had access to my station. The last time I saw her, she wasn't at Evan's desk. She was at mine, sitting, waiting. She didn't smile this time. She said my name, perfectly. I quit 2 days later. They told me my desk was reassigned, said it had always been shared. When I went back to pick up my things, the office layout had changed. 8 desks, full team, no empty spaces, and no one remembered Evan. Except me, and the woman who still sits where I used to. Every office has a list. You might not know where it's kept, you might never see it, but it exists. A list of who belongs and who doesn't. I learned that too late. I was 30 when I took the job. Mid-level administrative role at a biomedical supply firm. Not flashy, not secretive, just regulated enough to require key cards, access logs, and weekly compliance emails nobody read. The building was new. Glass, steel, neutral colors. Too clean. The kind of place that feels temporary even when it isn't. We worked in pods of 6. Each pod had shared access to secure rooms, inventory, records, testing equipment. Access was tracked automatically. No one questioned it. Her name was Lena. She joined our pod on a Tuesday. No announcement, no welcome email. She was just there. Early 40s, professional, quiet without being withdrawn. She dressed like someone who understood office politics but didn't play them. I assumed she was transferred from another department. Everyone else seemed to assume the same. That's how it works. Assumptions fill gaps faster than facts. The first thing I noticed wasn't her behavior, it was her timing. She arrived before anyone else, left after everyone, never rushed, never lingered. She didn't decorate her desk, no photos, no mug, no bag left overnight. At first, she didn't speak unless spoken to. When she did, her answers were precise, complete, final. The second week, I realized something odd. She never used her keycard. I noticed because I did. The doors logged everything. You learned to listen for the soft click. Lena never swiped. She simply walked through. I checked the access panel one morning. Her name wasn't listed under our pod. I mentioned it to IT. They told me access lists synced overnight, said not to worry. I tried to forget about it. Work has a way of rewarding that. Then she started correcting people. Not opinions, not procedures, facts. She'd finish sentences others hadn't completed, answer questions that hadn't been directed at her, reference meetings she hadn't attended. Once, during a compliance review, she mentioned the policy that had been retired years ago. When I told her that, she smiled slightly, said, "They'll bring it back." 3 weeks later, they did. The first time I checked the logs properly was accidental, a shipment discrepancy. I pulled access records to see who entered the secure room. Everyone's name was there, including mine, including supervisors. Lena's name appeared everywhere. Not just our floor, not just our department, every secure space, every timestamp, backdated, years. According to the system, Lena had worked there longer than the building existed. I printed the report, took it to compliance. They told me the system sometimes merged identities, asked whose credentials I might be seeing. I said her name. They asked me to spell it. When I did, they exchanged looks. They told me there was no employee by that name. Never had been. That afternoon, Lena sat at my desk, not in my chair, across from it, hands folded, waiting. She told my name before I spoke. She told me access wasn't about permission, it was about continuity. She said people passed through roles. Systems remembered patterns. Someone had to maintain them. I asked her what she was. She corrected me, said, "Who?" The next morning, my keycard didn't work. Neither did my login. HR said my role had been dissolved, said the decision wasn't recent. My name was missing from the directory, from the access list, from the building. As I left, I passed Lena at the security desk. She was issuing badges, training someone new. She didn't look at me. She didn't need to. The doors opened for her. They didn't open for me. And that's when I understood. The office never cared who worked there, only who remained.